Potential home buyers aren't having an easy time of it, with the 30-year fixed rate mortgage hovering between 6 and 7% for the last 2.5 years, according to Freddie Mac. This market has been plagued by high prices and low, albeit improving inventory. Here to discuss what to expect this year, we have Barbara Corcoran, founder of the Corcoran Group and a shark on ABC's Shark Tank, now in its 16th season.
Hard to believe, isn't it?
My goodness, congratulations on all the success.
They're going to bury me on the set in a few years.
You have a lot of time here. And speaking of time, we want to use some of this time to really help some of the potential home buyers out there. I want to talk about what you're seeing in the housing market right now and some of the tips that you have for buyers who are still trying to set some of these appointments and make the right decisions with their purchases.
Well, it's a little more difficult to find a house today because, especially in light of the lower interest rates, only by 1/10 of a point, big deal, right? Nobody's excited about that being lowered just a little tiny bit. But what's happening now is the sellers that have low interest rates are not putting the houses on the market, and they're not going to put the houses on the market, which means there are fewer homes to choose from. A typical buyer today doesn't get a big choice when it comes to buying a home. And on top of that, they're going to find that they're going to have overbids because there are just not enough houses to go around, and prices also will go up.
And so with that in mind, and that kind of the lay of the land right now, what are your 5 tips for home buyers?
Well, I would say the most important overall tip is always look where somebody else is not looking. That's always where you find your value. So right now, the 3 areas that, the 5 areas you wanted. 5, I made 5, okay?
3, 5?
Okay, whatever you'll take.
We like listicle numbers here.
Okay. You want to look at the houses that have been sitting on the market a while, not the houses that just come on the market where buyers tend to rush, everybody rushes to go see them. You're going to just do your search based on houses that have been on the market 9 months or longer. Those people are having second thoughts, thinking of taking a lower offer, ready to move, and that's where you want to put your low offer. You want to shop off season. People don't like to shop in the winter time or Christmas time. They think it's a bad time. It's a great time to shop the house because you're not going to have any competition out there, and they're going to be more likely to take your bid. You want to be also very open to a fixer-upper. Today, people don't want to bother with it because it takes upfront cash, but you can always get a construction loan. No problem getting construction loans today, and you can find a fixer-upper and add value yourself if you're willing to just wait a few months to do it. And then the other small tip, but it's an important tip, and I think a lot of people could take advantage of it, is you want to shop for houses with a second entrance. Why is the second entrance important? Because you can create a small unit in the basement or the back of the house where you can offset your insurance costs. So all these tips get you in the area that you want to be in, where you're not going to find other people be shopping and competing with you.
Now, that last tip that you have as well here, and this one gets into my next question, which is what you're seeing in the thought process for potential buyers who are evaluating climate risks right now too.
Yeah, well, it's on everybody's mind right now. It could work for you or against you. First of all, when you're buying a house, you'd be crazy not to check out if you're in a high-risk area, because right away you're going to increase your insurance costs probably by close to 20, some instances 25%, certainly in the LA market right now. The insurance is through the roof, and of course you understand why. But you want to size it up. But the good side of it is a lot of people are afraid of it. And so sometimes if you're not afraid and you want to take that risk, you can make a lower offer and get a house accepted. Get a house you like accepted.
Barbara, while we have you here, I want to turn to, of course, what we had started off some of the conversation with, or I acknowledged at the open, which is your Shark Tank brain, your VC mindset as well. Can you give entrepreneurs some tips for how to nail their pitch to get funding from venture capitalists?
Yeah, I think there are really only 3 things that have to be focused on, and very often people don't focus on when they're making a pitch. Not just on Shark Tank, but in the everyday world. You have to look the part. If you're a baker, you want to look like a baker. You want to leave your apron on. You don't want to look like an investment banker, and many people make that mistake. The second tip is when you go in there, you really want to practice. You want to over-prepare. There's no such thing as over-preparation. People think you over-prepare so you make a better pitch. You make a better pitch because it increases your confidence. That's what happens. And the last is that people making a pitch for their business never, ever answer the most important question on the investor's mind, which is, how am I going to make money on this deal? I will hear pitch after pitch on Shark Tank and on real life, and people don't even address it. That's all I care about. How am I going to make money? So you better answer that right between the eyes.
Are there extremely intriguing business types to you, even right now, to invest in? Because we know some of the VC dollars are being highly scrutinized going out the door and investing in entrepreneurs, in startups, and in businesses right now?
I think the only important thing to think in mind is you get off track evaluating the business and the numbers. I don't do that. I turn a blind eye, and that's a secondary stop. You really want to investigate, and you really want to evaluate and use your gut instinct on, do you trust the entrepreneur? Because in the end, the businesses that have failed miserably, or people that had second thoughts about the people, even though the business plan was rock solid. But when you really get a good entrepreneur, they're going to find a way to succeed. That's what they do. They succeed.
Barbara, thanks so much for taking the
My
time
pleasure.
here with us today.
I like your
Great
suit.
to see you in studio. Look, I'm trying to hang in the rare air with you, fashion icon, of course, and real estate mogul plus VC, Barbara Corcoran.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.